What's going on, Dolphins? It is your boy Dillon, and I'm just gonna make this quick. Obviously, you know, it's no secret. We obviously lost. It's so fucking disappointing. But and I probably would definitely have a lot more to say uh, if we would have won, but it is what it is, man. Look, it is what it is, and I'm just gonna say my piece. It's gonna be quick because I'm just gonna need to kind of veg out a little bit. I'm gonna watch football the rest of the day. I'm about to watch the Ravens game. I'm gonna watch the Bills and Bengals later tonight. We could definitely at this point use a little bit of help because we could use some help from Seattle beating the Ravens to help keep us closely contested for the number one seed. We don't want them to take a one-game lead on us too, having to play them later now that, we just lost to the Chiefs. We're going to need help from the Bengals, although I do think the Bengals will win. I think the Ravens will win, unfortunately, so I think that they will take that lead, but we'll see. Hopefully the Seattle Seahawks can, in my opinion, get the upset. I do think the Bengals will win in Cincinnati against the Bills, so, but we'll see. Anyway, so about this game, look, I'll just say when it comes to officiating, there were definitely bad calls on both sides, on both teams, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to say much about it. There were some missed calls, et cetera, but that's definitely not a major factor. It's just standard NFL officiating at this point, but it wasn't super egregious and, it wasn't like the reason why. Now, I will say the Dolphins definitely, especially in the first half, shot themselves in the foot a bit with some penalties and stuff. And I did think a couple of them were bad calls, but it is what it is. And I think over the course of the game, it definitely balanced itself out. So, again, not a major overall factor. Look, the offense was definitely shut out in the first half. Obviously, the defense definitely came to play. They did well overall in the first half, but then shut out the Chiefs in the second half. The score was 21-14. In the second half, this team definitely battled back. They were feisty. They were gritty. They were, they showed some toughness, and look, at the end of the day, odds are, the overwhelming narrative is going to be that the Dolphins yet again couldn't beat a tough team. And unfortunately, the reality of that is true. So you can't deny it. And there will be more opportunities down the road. We have the last three games of the season are, Dallas at home, Baltimore in Baltimore, and then the Bills at home. So, and I think we will beat the Bills that second time we play them down in Miami. I think those other two are definitely winnable. The next stretch of games, we have, the Raiders, the Jets, the Commanders, the Titans, and then the Jets again. I think that's the order. So we definitely have a stretch there where we should be favored in every one of those games. Okay, and we will get some more guys back healthy. Unfortunately, Rob Jones left this game with an injury that seems to be rather serious. So we're going to be down another offensive lineman, which is unfortunate. But, hopefully Rob Hunt, though, will be able to come back for the Raiders game. Yeah, it's going to be Raiders, Jets, Commanders, Titans, Jets. Exactly. So we should be favored on all those. And as long as we take care of business, that's another 5 games, right? So that would get us to 11 wins right there. Take care of business. We're still, 11 wins. That's still very much, especially if the Bills lose today, in play for the division. And, you're not out of the conversation for the number one seed at that point still, because then, even if you can split, even if you can just, in those last 3 games, if you can beat the Cowboys and Bills, take care of your home games, then that would put you at 13 wins. It's possible you could get the number one seed with 13 wins. So it's possible, and think about this. Look, I know this is very, moral victory kind of shit and whatever, but just think about it like this. This game was a bit rough and whatever, but you saw in the second half that this team could have battled back if it wasn't for that, who knows what would have happened on that fourth down play. But that bad snap is, ultimately what ended the game for the Dolphins. Who knows? If they at least would have picked up the first down, they still would have had like 45 seconds left to go with one timeout and a chance to tie up the game. And if they could have tied up the game, their defense was playing really well. Take that shit to overtime. They stood a chance to win. I know everybody's going to say, especially in the national media, that again, and people are probably going to, the are they frauds is going to amplify. But think about this. Imagine this. And we lost to the NFC champs, the Eagles, and we lost now to the Chiefs. But if we take care of business, like I said, if we can manage to win the next 5 games coming out of the bye, obviously this next week is the bye. But then if we get 5 wins, we should be able to go on a roll, and we should be able to get Rob Hunt back. Devon Achane will get back. Look, Ahmed too was that play that he got tackled for 6 yards of a loss. The dude just cannot break tackles, man. Achane would have at least dodged that first tackle and picked up something, and we wouldn't have been at 2nd and 16. Anyway, whatever. We'll get some more guys back. We'll get some reinforcements and some more reinforcements, and we take care of those 5 games, put ourselves at 11, right? Go on a 5-game win streak, put ourselves at 11 wins. Then we can have again, 3 chances to fucking prove if we can beat some tough teams. And at the very least, if we can split with the Cowboys, Ravens, and Bills 2-1, winning our home games, that'll put us at 13 wins. We will have beaten a couple tough teams, and we can make it to the playoffs with an AFC East championship, right? Potentially still the number 1 seed, although that is going to be even tougher now. We would likely have to beat Baltimore too, if I'm keeping it real, not just to get it to 14 wins, but also have the tiebreaker over Baltimore just in case. But also, who knows, bro? The Chiefs could get to 14 wins, potentially. So, I still definitely think they have their flaws. But they also played a good game, so credit to them, and it is what it is, right? But anyway, look, and then to finish my thoughts, though, on that, and then imagine we get to the playoffs, okay? Now, look, who knows? It doesn't matter. Maybe we get the number 1 seed in that scenario, maybe we don't. Either way, imagine we get to the playoffs, though, as a top 4 seed, which means we'll at least get 1 game home field advantage. And if we could end up in the AFC Championship game against the Kansas City Chiefs, that would be a fucking rematch to fucking die for. And if we could get that win, especially if it did end up in Arrowhead, Tyreek's return to Arrowhead, and if we could come out of a win there in the AFC Champion. Now look, there's a long way to go. Obviously, but I'm just, because admittedly, it's going to be kind of rough. I'm probably not really going to watch like any coverage of the Dolphins for the next 2 weeks, or at least not much. I may watch some local media stuff, but I'm probably going to stay away from the national media coverage, because I might check it out at first, but if they start getting into that stuff about us being frauds and stuff and just keep, blasting it, I'm sorry. Look, I gotta protect my mental health. It may be true, and I've admitted. Look, the 3 games this year that we lost have been to the good teams. It is what it is, but it's not over yet. And I'm just trying to paint the picture, because the season's not over yet either. We can 100% go on a 5-game streak, end up at 11, and in that last 3-game stretch, we will be in position to battle for that number 1 seed. But either way, if we could take out the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC Championship game and then face the Eagles in the Super Bowl for a rematch there, bro, then you could really be talking. You know what I'm saying? And look, it's possible. I'm not just saying that. Look, you guys know me and my history on my channel. I'm not going to just blow smoke up your ass. And I do think that this team can still get it done. And I think that they absolutely can hang with the good teams in the league. And look, it is also true that those 3 games that we've played and lost to good teams were all on the road. We played the Bills in Buffalo. We played the Eagles in Philly, and now I was wrong. We didn't have an edge apparently because of going there early, and the Chiefs definitely had a lot of fans in the crowd. So, but it was pretty over. I wouldn't actually even say that was even a huge factor though either, if I'm being honest, because it was pretty loud the entire game overall from what I could tell. So just, being honest and being fair about it. But yeah, anyway, so just imagine that. And like I said, if you guys know me from my channel, I'm not going to just blow smoke up your ass, and I'm going to tell you like it is. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel about it. And there still is a potential chance. Now, I know everybody's going to be down after this, and it's understandable, but there is a chance we could 100% go on a 5-game streak after this, 11 wins. And in that last 3, 2 of them are at home, Cowboys and Bills. Like I said, if we can at least win those 2 games. So anyway, I'm going to get up out of here. I hope you guys appreciate it. That's really all I got to say. I mean, it is what it is. It's gut-wrenching as a Dolphins fan, but it's not time to abandon ship. Don't jump off the cliff. Like, things are by no means over. It's just another knock on the chin, and I expect this team is going to rest up over the bye. They're going to come back out, and they're going to come back out swinging. I mean, look, the Raiders are, in flux. I mean, the Jets have a good defense, but I just don't think their offense will be able to hold up with our offense overall in the long term, and stuff like that. So I think our offense will be able to outscore them one way or another, even when we go to play them in now. But that is a huge game, though. We do definitely have to win that, right? So if we do want to get into that scenario that I was talking about, we got to take care of business in the games that we're supposed to win, which we have done all year. So if we continue to do that, we should be in good shape in the down the stretch. There you go, right? So keep your head up. It's going to be fine. And fins up, baby. We're not out of this yet. We got this. We got this.
7-7. Miami wins it.